Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Uh, So last day, we are actually discussing about the tracking methods, mainly the Google Analytics. Okay. So today we will continue with it, and we will also learn some other kind of analytical tools and tracking methods that are available in digital marketing. So analytics. So Shreya, how is the weather in your place?
Sir, it's a bit cloudy.
Temperature is hot.
Yes, sir. Humid.
You stay in Varanasi, so is it near the temple complex or what?
Sir, near,
Huh?
near what?
The temple complex, that Vishwanath temple,
Yes,
ghats
sir.
and all.
Fairly near.
Okay, so I am again sharing my screen. Okay. So last day I was actually telling like the Google Analytics started rolling out a new dashboard of analytics, that is Google Analytics 4. The current one is Universal Analytics, which is getting they are just rolling back the thing from 2023. Okay, so this is the new dashboard of Google Analytics 4. If you check this thing, you can see like the bounce rate is missing here. Pages per session is also missing. There are users, new users, average engagement time. Okay. Why they have removed these two important parameters? Because nowadays there is a trend of one-page website, single pager. Okay, so I am giving one example of it. So this is a single pager website. Okay. So if I click on any of this thing, about us. So this is the about us. Buy used car. Sell used car. Featured cars. Contact us. So everything is there within the page. See, all the sections are there within the page. So this is the about us section. Now if I click on it, it will directly come to this place. Okay. So this is a single pager website. Now in a single pager website, how I can measure a bounce rate? It is not possible actually. So the definition of bounce is when someone click on a website, they come to the first page and they just bounce back from the website. So that is the definition of bounce rate. That is exactly bounce rate is. But here there is no other page. There is only one page. So the user only have to spend time with on this page only. Okay, so there is no other page they can navigate. So that is the reason they have removed the bounce rate part from here, because it is basically a misleading for those who have a single pager website. So that means whatever traffic they are getting, everyone is a bounce. So that will actually show. So which is not actually true. Then also pages per session. The same concept lies here. Like if I have only one page, then how we can measure pages per session? Pages per session means in a single session, how many pages a user visits. But I have only one page. So in a single session, there is only one page they have to visit. There is no other way they can visit another page. Okay, so that is the reason in the new analytics tool, okay, they have removed both the things. Okay. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Okay. Rest of the things are more or less same. Like there are acquisitions, paid search, organic, social, direct. So all these things are here. User acquisitions. So this is the bifurcation of like different sources from where you are getting the traffic. There are some new metrics they have introduced, like engaged sessions, engagement rate, engaged session per users. So instead of pages per session or session or pages per user, they have bought this three new parameters. The number of sessions that lasted longer than 10 seconds or had a conversion event or had two or more screen or page views. So engagement, so the definition of engaged session is if someone spent time like more than 10 seconds, then it will call it a engaged sessions. Okay. So see, they have like instead of counting the page or instead of checking the bounce rate, they now bifurcate the entire thing into the time. So 10 more than 10 seconds, that means people are spending a significant time in your website. Okay, that is seconds. Now engagement sessions, the percentage of engaged sessions. Okay, so this is the percentage. Engaged sessions per user. So this is similar to the pages per session. It is engaged sessions per user. That means how many sessions one user is generating. So say I am a user and I visited the website twice. So that means engaged session is 2. Okay, and user is 1. Now you are a user, you visited the website thrice. That means you have 3 sessions and you are one user. So it means user is 2 and total session is 5. Okay, so I am a user, you are a user, so 2 user and total session is 5. I have 2 sessions, you have 3 sessions. Now there is an average. Okay, so that is how they calculate engaged per session, engaged sessions per user. Okay. And obviously the session should last 10 seconds or more than that. And then average engagement time. So how much time I am spending for in each session. So that is the average engagement time. Okay. So this is the same thing, like paid search, organic, social, like this. Engagements, engagement overview, from where the engagements are coming and all. So these are the page title and screen class. Okay, so you can see like which product or which segment people are spending most of the time. Okay, view pages and screens. So you can also check this. As it is a one-page website, there is no other page, but there are several segments or several screens. Okay, so say this is one screen, then this is another segment, then this is another segment. So each of these are different segments. So this is the header segment. Okay, then this is the about us segment, then this is the featured products. Okay, why us, how it works. So each of these are different segments, so you can check all these things. Volkswagen Passat, Nissan Terrano, where these are coming? These are coming from here. Nissan Terrano, Volkswagen Passat. Okay, so people are spending all in these products, most of the time in these products. So this is how an analytics works. So other than analytics, we have several other tracking codes like Google Ads tracking code. I'm just going to the tag manager. So this is the tag manager account, and these are all tags. See, there are several different kind of tags available. One is conversion linker, then Facebook pixel, then Google Ads tracking, Google Analytics, WhatsApp widget. So see, there is a WhatsApp button here. Okay. So for this, I need to implement one code. Okay. So I have implemented it here. So this is the code. Okay. So any kind of tracking code, you can implement it here. Okay. And within a tag manager, there are several entities. One is the tag, that is the mother code that you have to that you want to track. This is a mother code. Then within that tag, to run this tag, you need a trigger. Okay. So trigger is basically a condition or a specific situation, you can say. And within the trigger, there is another entity called variables. Okay. Now I am giving one example. It is similar to that. We all know like how a gun works, a revolver or AK-47 rifle, how it works. We all know. So basically, the rifle is the device. The main thing is the bullet, okay, that actually hits to the victim. Okay. And to run this device, you need both the things. One, you have to fill up the cartridge with the bullets. And once the bullet is loaded, then you have to aim and you have to press the trigger. Then only the device will work. Then only a rifle will fire. Okay, so this is how a mechanism of a revolver or any kind of firearms. Now in tag manager, these tags are also a similar kind of thing. Okay. So here the tags are basically the gun. Okay. So it is basically the revolver or rifle, whatever you say. Any kind of firearms is the tag. Okay. Now the bullets are no, just I'm showing it in the whiteboard. So can you see the whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
So say this is a gun and this is a bullet. Okay. Now you have to load this bullet to this gun and then only it will, you can fire it. Okay. So now the same thing works is, like this gun is the tag manager. The bullets are the tracking codes. And the trigger is conditions or situations. So tag manager is the gun. Okay. So it will not work if it doesn't have any code or it doesn't have any conditions. Okay. Now I am going back to the tag manager again. Now I am opening any of the tags, say Facebook pixel. So this is the tag. This particular code is the tag. This is the trigger. Now trigger, what is trigger? It is a kind of conditions or situations. So here trigger is all pages. What is that? What does that mean? That means irrespective of the page, the visitor can visit any of the page, this tag will run. So irrespective of the page or irrespective of the user, this tag will run. So all the pages, this tag is available. Okay. So any page, it can be the home page, it can be the about us page, it can be service page, contact us page, whatever you have in your website. In all the pages, your tag will run. So that is the trigger. So when you are creating any new tag, so how you can do, see there are some inbuilt tags already available. Okay, so either you can use this inbuilt tag or you can place your own code here. Once you put your own code, then you have to select a trigger. So these are all inbuilt triggers, all pages, okay, form submissions. Okay, so these are all inbuilt triggers. Now, if you want to customize your trigger, then you can also add a new one. You can also create a new trigger, say test new. So you have to put a name here, then you have to configure. You have to configure the trigger type. What kind of trigger you want to use, like what kind of conditions you want to use. Say page views. Okay. So trigger fires on all pages views or some page views? Some page views, because all page views are already available here. So I am going to the some page views. Page URL contains thank. So I want one trigger that only fire on my thank you page, not in any other page. So I am creating this trigger. Okay, contains thank you. Save. So the trigger is ready. And now I can add, I have added this trigger in my new tag where I have to put the code, give a name on it, paste, and then I have to save. So this is how you can create your tags. This is how you can create your triggers. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now another thing is variables. So there are some built-in variables: page path, page URL, event, page host name. So do you know, like I'm sharing my whiteboard again. So sir, this is a bullet. Okay, this is a bullet. Now can you tell me, like when we fire a revolver or any rifle, what exactly hit us? Like the entire bullet hit us, or is there any specific portion that actually hit us? Do you know?
Sir, the shell casing is left behind, and I'm not sure what that part is called, which hits the person.
So, so I'm just giving you a glimpse of it. So say this is a bullet. Okay. Now this bullet has two parts. This is the main part. Like just giving some kind of color. So this red marked portion, this is the main part that hit the victim. Okay. And this larger part, which I marking as a blue, this part is full of what I say, like different kind of
So gunpowder?
Gunpowder, yeah, gunpowder. So this thing is full of gunpowder. So there is a hammer within the gun that actually hits this here in the back of the bullet, and when it hit it, this gunpowder become hot and it blasts within the gun. And when it blasts, this portion just hit and enter the victim's body. Okay. So this is how it works. So a bullet only hit when it has a gunpowder. So gunpowder is the soul of the bullet. Okay. If the gunpowder don't explode, then your bullet will not work. So similarly, a trigger can only like a tracking code can only work with a trigger or conditions, but this condition also need to have some kind of soul, some kind of gunpowder. That is the variable. Okay. So these are the variables, like what kind of condition you want to put. So that category you have to define, whether it is a page URL, whether it is an event, whether it is a page path, whatever it is, you have to define it. Okay, so you can also create your own variable. See, there are different category of variables. JavaScript variable, custom JavaScript, HTTP referrer. So these are all categories. Auto event variable. Okay. So you have to define the variable type. So all these things are available within your website. So say I am just clicking on this inspect. See, there are a lot of things: product name, product ID, class. Okay. Div class. So all these things are here. You have to just check and you have to fill it up. Like what kind of element class is it is, or what kind of element type it is. So like this, you have to get it from there. You have to choose default value. You have to put the value here. Like this. So this is a very advanced level of thing where you have to create the variable. And in most of the cases, for creating a own variable, user defined variable, you need the help of your developer. But in most of the cases, these built-in variables will serve all the purposes you have. So in most of the clients, or in most of the client requirement, it will fulfilled by this built-in variable. So you don't have to create a user-defined variables on your own. But if any such situation occurs, you have to take a help of your developer. So developer will guide like what kind of element ID is there, what kind of class IDs are here, and based on that, you have to put it your values in this variable section. Okay. On the last day, I already mentioned like tag manager is basically a toolbox, and you have to put all your tags within this. Okay. So this is how these three things are here. And you can also create folders. Okay. So within the folder, you can put your tags. Like you want to put your ad related tags in a single folder. Okay. If you want to put your triggers in a single folder like this, you can also create folders for your tags. Currently, we don't have any folder. And there are templates, tag templates. You can search the gallery. There are some inbuilt template tags which you can use. So these are all templates. And this is the base code. This is the code of the tag manager that you have to implement in your website. So you have to just copy it and you have to send it to your developer. And obviously you have to give these instructions. These are the instructions. Copy the code below and paste it onto every page of your website. Paste this code as high in the head of the page as possible. Additionally, paste this code immediately after the opening body tag. Okay. So both these are the guide. So you have to mention this guideline and you have to send it to your developer and they will work for you. So there is no issue. So this is how a tag manager works, and this is how the analytics works. Okay. Now, there are certain Chrome extensions that actually helps you to understand whether a particular website has any tag or not, whether the tag has been implemented properly or not. Okay, it will help you to check. See, say this is a website and these are two extensions. Can you see this?
So the website.
No, the browser header.
So yes, tag assistant.
Yeah, tag assistant.
Yes,
So this is a free extension by Google. You can check whether your tag manager or analytics has been successfully installed or not. See the Google Tag Manager, it is there. Global site tag, it is also here. And this is the Facebook pixel helper. See, it is also showing that I have one pixel. Pixel ID is also here. It is showing. You can go to any random website. Say, tell me any website name.
so Cadbury's.
Cadbury. So this is the Cadbury website. Now check. So they have tag manager, analytics, remarketing tags, global site tag, floodlight. So they have different tags within their website. This is the Facebook pixel helper. This is the Facebook pixel code. Okay, so you can go to any random website and you can see what kind of code they have implemented. The tag assistant and pixel helper is two very small and but very important Chrome extension that helps you to understand whether your website have any proper tracking mechanisms from Google or not, from Google and Facebook, both. Okay, and it also helps like when you do whenever you get some client. The first thing that I have mentioned is you have to check the website audit. So when you do website audit, these are also a part of website audit, whether the tracking mechanisms are there in your website or not. So how you can track it? Either you have to go to the backend to check the code, which is very difficult for people who are mainly from the non-technical background. But this two extension will give you a glimpse of whether there is any tracking mechanism installed or not, and obviously it is properly installed or not. If I am checking this thing, see there are yellow mark here, so these are not properly implemented. See, multiple installations of global site tag detected. So whether your tag properly installed or not, that also it will say here. Okay, so this is the reason you have to add this two Chrome extension. One is the Facebook pixel helper and another is Google tag assistant. Okay, so you have to implement this, both of this. Okay. Any query?
No, sir.
Now I will discuss some points because as I have mentioned last day, like you have you will have an exam on the end of May. That will be a final exam for you, and after that you will get the certificate. So before the exam, I want to discuss few questions, few concepts. If you have any kind of doubts regarding those concepts, you can obviously ask me. And we also discuss question answers where you have to give some answers. If you don't know the answer, we can also discuss this. Okay, sure. Now, so I am concluding this tracking method here. Okay, and I am going to the question answer and doubt clearing sessions.
Okay, sir.
So can you tell me, like, what are the different kind of medias we have, and what are the name of these medias?
Sir, I couldn't understand the question. Different kind of medias.
Yeah, medium or media, whatever. So in digital marketing, what are the different kind of mediums that a user can leverage or a business can leverage?
Sir, on-site, off-site? Are we
No,
going?
it is a very broader, whatever the question is, it is basically a broader aspect. Not it is about SEO or PPC. It is a very broader terms, I'm telling you. Okay, I am telling you. There are three kind of medias a business can leverage. One is paid media. Another is owned media. Another is earned media. Paid, owned,
Yes.
and earned.
Yes,
Three
sir.
kind of mediums we have. Now, paid medium is like the ads. So we are paying Google, we are paying Facebook to run our, to promote our brand, to promote our product. So that is a paid medium. Okay. Then is another is owned media. So what I have owned, like my website, my Facebook page. Okay. So these are all owned media. I am the owner of these assets. So that is the owned media. Now there is earned media. Earned media is, say, after getting your service, your user is very much satisfied and they put a testimonial in digital platforms like in Google, in Google listing, in your Facebook page. Okay, or they are actually writing a review on their own Facebook profile or within their network. Okay, so that is a earned media. So there are three kind of mediums. Now, paid media is mainly cost. There are some kind of costs associated with it because you have to pay for that. You have to pay for your promotion. So paid medium is very important in the initial phase of your brand because at that time nobody actually knows about your product or service or your brand. So paid medium will help you to reach the maximum audience. Then the owned media, which is very important because this is the asset of your own. So you can use this medium at your own will. Okay, so say in Google, you can't promote everything. So there are certain guidelines. Same for Facebook. You can't like promote everything. In Google and Facebook, there are certain guidelines that actually prevent you to promote, like leakers. Okay, drugs, then firearms, explosives, any kind of illegal materials, okay, then pornographic things. All these things are barred in Google and Facebook. You can't promote it. Even some kind of medication, supplements, okay, these are also restricted in Facebook and Google. Okay. But say you are running a business of health products where supplements is a very essential product in that category, because a lot of people who are in bodybuilding or who are actually fitness enthusiasts, they actually buy all these products. But now if the paid medium have such restrictions where you can't promote this kind of products, then how you will promote? So the owned media is one such thing. You are the owner of this, and you can leverage your website, you can leverage your Facebook page at your will. Okay. When it is an organic promotion, then no one will prevent you. So you can promote health drinks, health products in Facebook page as well as in your website. But when you start running an ad, then only it will prevent. But yes, obviously you can't promote illegal items like firearms, explosives, or drugs, even in Facebook page, even it is an organic one also. So it will prevent, because it is entirely a illegal thing. But health drinks or health products, health supplements, these are basically some kind of medication, but you can promote it organically, but Facebook will prevent it to run campaigns on these products. Same for Google. Okay, so now owned media will give you a more freedom to promote your product. Now, other than this owned media, there is another important thing, that is earned media. Okay, so earned media is entirely entirely based on your goodwill and your customer satisfaction. Okay, so like is one such brand. Like anybody can recommend me any product of Tata. So this is a earned promotion. So Tata is not paying my friend or me to promote Tata, but we are not satisfied with Tata's product, be it a car, be it our regular grocery items, or any kind of, it can be a jewelry also, like Tanishq is one of the Tata product. Tata, they have a lot of range of cars. They have iron businesses, that is steel plant. Tata is also famous for the steel plants in Jamshedpur, as well as in Kolkata. There is SAIL. Okay, then Tata Tisco, all these things are here. Then the grocery items like Tata salts, Tata tea, okay, Tata food and beverages. So all these things are Tata product, and they are so good. Even the big basket from which we order online, so they are so good in their service. Like anybody will prefer Tata. Anybody will recommend you about Tata's product. So that is an earned thing. Okay. So these are the three type of medias we have. So I will also give you one link of it. You can study from there, because in exam you have to write it on your own. So that is why I will give you. Now tell me, like, what is the difference between reach and impression? Shreya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. What is the difference between reach and impression?
So, reach is Reach is the number of time people view our website, and so I'm again confused. Impression is the number of times our content or our website goes through any screen, and reach is if people interact with it.
See, this is also very important question. You have to keep it in your mind. I'm again explaining the same thing. Like, uh, reach, impression. Reach means how many people you are reaching. I want to add another term, which is the most important term, that is unique. How many unique people you are reaching. So that is the reach. Okay. And impression is how many times user is seeing your ads or like this is the difference between a reach and impression. How many unique people are reaching? So for an example, reach equals to 5 and impression equals to 20. So it means like my ad or my post or my video, whatever I am promoting, it has reached to 5 unique people. Okay. And by impression is 20. That means this 5 people saw my ad 20 times. Okay. Now I'm again bring another term here. Now can you tell me what is this?
Frequency, sir. How many times one person is viewing our ad?
Now here it will be 4. Okay. So I have 20 impressions and my reach is 5. That means impression divided by reach. That means 20 divided by 5 equals to 4. Now it is your overall frequency. Now it is not like that all these 5 people saw your ad 4 times. Anybody can see 3 times, anybody can see 1 time, anybody can see 2 times, but combinedly your impression is 20. Okay. It is I have to a bit here. Oh shoot. How many times I have to write it like users is seeing your ads. So I am just giving you some like materials here to where you can study the definition exactly. So this is the difference between reach, impression, and frequency. Okay. Reach is always the unique. Impression is not the unique. Okay. A user can see multiple times. So that multiple times is the impression. And each of this time we call it frequency. This is how reach, impression, and frequency is. It's very important because it is one of the fundamental thing of digital marketing. So you have to keep it in your mind. Now, can you tell like what is CTR?
Click-through rate.
Yeah. Now, CTR means click through rate. Okay. So now, what is the definition?
So how many times an ad is viewed?
So the name
And how many times it's clicked? It's a division.
how many times it is clicked, then it will be a click. So why it is click through rate?
So clicks out of impression.
Clicks okay. So this is the click-through rate. So how many clicks you have received from this number of impressions? So that is the click-through rate. And obviously, it will be a percentage. Now, again, you have impression of 800. And your clicks are 20. So your click-through rate is CTR will be 20 divided by 800. Or into 100. So the figure will be
3.12.
Yes. So this will be your CTR. So this is how we calculate CTR. CTR is one of the very important part in your ads mainly, because it will show the like how your user is reacting with your ad content. So if it is below 1, then you have to think about your ads content and obviously your targeting, because one CTR, if I say 1% CTR, that means in 100 impressions you are getting 1 click. Now if it is below 1, it is say like 0.4 or 0.23 like this, then you have to think about your strategy, your ad content strategy or your targeting, because people are not like people are not getting so much excited after seeing your ad. So that what it means. So that is why the CTR is so important. So the more the CTR is, the more successful is your ad. Okay. Now tell me, what are the 4 P's of marketing? Four P's of marketing.
So I remember product and price.
Price. Think you can do it, because this is very easy. What are the main factors we have to consider before we promote something?
So I think there's place and person.
Place. Person is not here, but yes, person is there in 7 P's. Here it will be promotion. Product, price, place, promotion. This is the 4 P's of marketing. And if we ask you 7 P's of marketing, then
People, process, and physical evidence.
we'll also add here, and the extra part is people, process, physical evidence. Now we call it, this entire thing, we call it marketing mix. Okay. So if someone asks you what is marketing mix, you have to define all these 7 P's of marketing. And if anyone asks you what is the 4 P's of marketing, then you have to define all the 4 P's of marketing. Okay. So if someone asks you this one, you have to define all the 7 P's. And if someone asks you this one, then you have to only define these 4 parameters. Okay. Now, can you tell me like what is canonical issue?
So, similar URL, website URLs, like when they lead to same page.
Right, right. Different versions of URL of a same page. Say, so this is a page. Like ysi.com. So this is the first page of ysi.com, and this is the URL. Now the same page can be accessed through different other URLs like ysi.com/home, ysi.com/index.php, ysi.com/main page. So see, the page is one, but the URL has a multiple version. Okay, so this is called canonical issue. So why these things need to be addressed? Because in Google will check when crawl your website, they will find the 3 different URLs, and it will all these different URLs as a duplicate page. So it will treat it as a duplicate content or a kind of plagiarism. So chance that Google might decrease your rank. So we need to address it. So how to address a canonical issue? We have to add a canonical tag in our website code, or we have to make a redirection, 301 permanent redirection to this page. So whenever people click on this page, automatically it will get redirected to this URL only. So we can, there are two ways to resolve this issue. One is canonical tag we have to implement within the website, or we can create a 301 permanent redirection to remove the duplicacy. Okay. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, what is SWOT analysis?
What?
SWOT analysis. Any idea?
No, sir.
So I am drawing a diagram. S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunity, and T for threat. So this is the SWOT analysis: strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Now, this part is internal. And this part external. Okay. Now, what is the strength and weakness? The internal part. This is the internal thing of any organization. Okay. Any organization has its own strength and certain sort of weaknesses. Okay. Like strength is, say the company has a very good will. That is a strength. A company has a good distribution network. That is a strength. Okay. Uh, the product is of very high quality. That is the strength of a organization. What is the weakness? Weakness is, say the company lacks marketing acumen, so they don't have a very structured promotional strategy to promote their product. Or say the organization don't have the financial power. uh, Hello.
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 Sorry, sir. I think my Wi-Fi had some problem.
So the weakness is mainly, say the company don't have a very structured marketing strategy. That is a weakness. The company don't have enough financial power to run paid campaigns. That is the weakness. Okay. Or the management is not so strong. So that is a weakness. So strength and weakness is internal to any organization. So any organization need to utilize their strength and check their weakness and try to resolve that. Now, what is the opportunity and threat? That is the external part of any organization. Opportunity, say our organization in US, they find they have a huge market for their product in India. So that is an opportunity. So a US based organization try to market their product in India where there is a demand. So that is the opportunity. Like say, so different kind of gadgets. Say iPhone. Okay. So iPhone is basically an US concern, but they do business in Indian market. Okay. So India is a huge market for them. Lot of people who can afford iPhone here. Okay, so they are actually doing business. So that is the opportunity. So from US, they set up their manufacturing plant in China, because in China the manufacturing costs, labors, everything is very cheap. They also give some kind of incentives to foreign investments. Okay, so they set up a plant in China, and in India the population is huge, and a lot of people are, and as it is a developing nation, a lot of people are currently can afford iPhone. Okay, so they are doing business here. So these are the opportunities. So from US, they go beyond their borders and doing the business. So this is one kind of opportunity. Okay. So say like Elon Musk, we all recently knew the news, like he already purchased Twitter. So Elon Musk is basically the founder of Tesla Incorporation. Tesla, then SpaceX. So he are into this kind of technology, space technology, then electric car technology, all these things. But now he purchased Twitter, and this is another opportunity for him to leverage such a huge social media giant. Okay. So that is an opportunity, and this is entirely an external thing, because a company can't create an opportunity, rather the market conditions create an opportunity. Now what is the threat? Threat is, say now some organization from US coming to India for business, but already in India there are multiple competitors, so they have to face the stiff competition to establish the foothold in India. So that is the threat. Okay. Also, government policies. Not all governments are investment friendly. Okay. There are several other governments who actually focus on very closed economy. So they don't they don't actually tolerate foreign investments. Okay. So these are some of the threats. There are certain government policy that actually incentivize local players and tax foreign players. So that is also a threat. So I am a foreign organization and I want to do business in your country, but in your country the government policy taxing me heavily but giving incentives to the local players. So that is also a kind of threat. Okay, so these are all external matters. So SWOT analysis is this: strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. You have to check your strength. You have to leverage your strength. You have to check and try to reduce your weakness. You have to find out the opportunity, thus minimizing the threat. Okay, so this is how the SWOT analysis is. So when any organization try to establish their business, or they want to explore something new range of products or anything, they do this kind of analysis before entering the business. So any doubt?
No, sir.
SWOT analysis. It's over. Now tell me, like, what is what are the different parameters we have to check to select a keyword?
So relevance, um,
Relevance, then
so target audience should be one thing, like audience based.
think of it. Search volume and
The competition.
competition. Okay. So relevance, search volume, competition. So these are the three things we check before we select any keyword. Now, the relevance is the qualitative thing. So you have to check whether this particular keyword goes with your product or service or not. So there is no quantitative method to check the relevance. But for search volume and competition, search volume is a quantifiable term. So you can check the search volume. So in most of the cases, we take such keywords who have a search volume at least 100 or more than 100. We don't go. So if it is less than 100, I feel that such keywords are not in use, because if your keyword don't have at least 100 searches in a particular month, then how you will leverage it? So search volume and competition should be lower, but it is not like that every time we can get low competitive keywords. So there are a lot of other keywords which are very much relevant with high search volume but high competition. So we have to create a keyword list with mix and match of low, high, and medium competition keywords. Low competitive keywords are easy to rank. The difficulty level is very low to rank such keywords, because nobody is currently, nobody or very little number of businesses are actually using that keyword. So it is very easier to rank those keywords. But high competitive keywords are very difficult to rank because already a lot of businesses are using that particular keyword. But keywords which have a very high competition are also very relevant, also very for our business, because that is the keyword that lot of other people are actually using. Okay. So this is the three parameters we usually check before while doing a keyword research. Now you tell me, like, what is social listening?
So social listening is knowing about people's opinion on a company, on a website, like what people are talking about my website, my company. what are their opinions.
Right, absolutely right. So you also have to name some of the tools of social listening. If someone asks you what is so actually in any questions, people don't ask you like what is social listening. They also ask you, there is an additional question within it, like how to measure or name some of the tools that you can use for social listening. Now that can be like BuzzSumo is one, then social is one. These are some of the tools which we can help, which help us to measure social listening. Now you tell me like okay. Now tell me like what is uh, on page SEO and off page SEO. Tell me.
So on-page SEO would be optimization within the website, like adding relevant keywords, correcting the codes, and things like that. Off-page SEO will be SEO outside the website, adding social media, promoting on different other websites, things like that.
So now can you tell me like what are the different things we do in on-page SEO and what are the different things we do in off-page SEO? Like you just have to terms only. You don't have to define all these things.
So on-page SEO will be keywords, uh, headlines, descriptions.
So headlines in SEO, what we call it, there is a term.
So meta title and meta description. So tags, links,
And for off-page SEO,
URL optimization.
right. And in off-page SEO,
So social media, and then I cannot remember the name, but the thing where we put our link into other websites.
backlinking. Yes,
Yes, sir.
that is called backlinking.
Backlinking, yes, sir. And for guest.
Fine. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Okay. Now tell me. Now, can you tell me like what is ad extensions in Google?
Here, add extensions in Google. Sir, I'm confused.
So in Google, there are certain limitations. One is the headline. So there is a character limit of 30 characters, and in description there is a limit of 90
19.
characters.
Yes, sir.
So in a responsive search ad, you can have around 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. Now you have your business have certain features which you can't cover in this limited number of things. So you can put some additional information in Google Ads. So extensions are nothing but a kind of additional informations. Okay, like your phone number, your website URL
Oh,
of
yes, sir.
different things.
Location, phone number.
Yeah, your locations. Okay, then your products, name of your products. So you can all list these in extensions. There are several different kind of extensions. One is call extension where you can put your mobile number. There is a location extension where you can integrate your Google listing with your Google Ads and people can directly click for the location. There is a site link extension where you can list down your site's link. Your website have multiple URLs. You can put all your URLs in your Google Ads based on their categories. Okay, that is site links. Then another is call out extensions. Call out extensions basically calling out where you are actually shouting about your USPs. Okay, so there are two things. Don't confuse. One is call extension, another is call out extension. Call extension actually give where you can put your mobile number, so that or any telephone number. Okay, so that is the call extension, and call out extension is shouting about your USPs, where you are actually telling your USPs like 100% placement, then certifications, 12 certifications like this. So these are all the USPs of your product or service. So that you are actually giving call out extensions. Then there are promotional extensions where you can put promotional things like 50% off, 40% off, flat discount like this, Diwali offer, then New Year offer like this. So there are several kind of extensions. I suggest you to check all the extensions and read all the extension names because it is very important. So there can be a question where you have to write down all the different type of extensions available in Google. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So call out, site link, location, structured snippet, promotional, so these are different kind of extensions available in Google. Okay. Now what is long tail keywords and short tail keywords?
So long tail keywords are more specific and descriptive in nature, and short tail keywords are to the point, short, one word or two word. Like long tail keyword will be uh, best places to visit in Varanasi. Short tail keyword will be um, places to visit in Varanasi, or something shorter.
Now, can you tell me, like I am giving you two examples, like best places Now, can you tell me which one is the long tail and short tail?
Sir, I think the both are long tail keywords.
Right. Both of the long tail keywords. Now, if I write down like this, Varanasi places. So in that case, the second one will be the short tail keyword.
Short tail keyword, yes, sir.
So there is a specific thing to identify a short tail and long tail keywords. If it is more than 3 words, then we will treat it as a long tail keywords. But if it is a 3 word or less than that, then we will call it a short tail keywords. What is CPC?
So CPC is cost per click.
Now, how we can calculate CPC? Formula?
So,
Let's just give cost is like 5,000 and clicks is like 100. Now, what will be the CPC?
so number of clicks divided by total cost into 100.
Number of clicks divided by total cost.
So
100.
total cost divided by number of clicks.
Into 100. Like this. So what will be the figure? Five thousand divided by 200 into So it will be 2,500. Basically, it is wrong. It will be like this only. Cost per click. It is not a rate. In CTR, we are actually calculating rate. Rate we calculate on the basis of percentage. But this is a cost. What is the cost of each clicks? So it is as simple as that. Costs divided by clicks. So it will be 25. Okay. The CPC is 25. So CPC means costs divided by click. So number of clicks you have generated, like the price of each clicks. That is the number of, that is CPC, cost per click. Now you tell me, explain customer buying journey.
The first is problem, like
First
the
is
problem. Can need
need.
the search decision, search evaluation decision.
It will start like this: problem recognition. This is the first step. Then
So information, looking for information.
awareness. Alternative searching. Decision purchase, then advocacy. So this is how the things work. So on the fast class, I have shared one PPT. The entire flow is there. You can check from there. There is a funnel also.
Yes,
so
sir.
there are top of the funnel, mid of the funnel, in bottom of the funnel. So all these things are defined there. So you can check it from there only. Okay. So this is the customer buying journey. Okay. Now, tell me, now you tell me, this is very important. Core Web Vitals.
So performance, responsiveness, and stability.
No, not performance. It is the speed, loading speed, then interactivity, and third is stability. Okay. They have a certain name. It is LCP or largest content full paint. So when we click on any website, the website starts loading. It's all the content of it in it. That is the largest contentful pane. That means it is loading the largest part of it. Okay, so this is the loading speed of a website, LCP. Then the interactivity, fast input delay or FID, fast input delay. So it is basically when you already entered in a website and you were just trying to navigate within the website. Whenever you are clicking any link within the website, you are actually interacting with the website. So that is the fast input delay. So whatever you are clicking, that means it is an input. So how the input is delaying, that is what it matters. Fast input delay, interactivity. Then the stability, CMS, cumulative layout shift. I think this spelling is wrong. Cumulative layout shift. This is the stability. So when any website starts loading, there is a instance we can see like the entire layout, the placements, images, contents keep getting distorted. And once the website loads completely, then only it actually shows up. So this distortion is basically due to lack of stability. Okay, so stability is another thing. Okay, so this is the core web vitals. Very important thing. Keep it in your mind.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, Now tell me, what is quality score?
So in Google Ads, if the title, description, and images they all are up to a mark, then Google gives a quality score.
There is one thing called ad rank. So when you run a search ad in Google, it needs to be ranked in the first page. So ad rank needs to have two things. One is quality score, another is your bid strategy. Okay, now quality score have several factors like keywords, ad copy, and landing page. So your keyword, ad copy, and landing page should have a sync between each other. Okay, so your keyword says you are promoting data science course, but you in your landing page and in your ad copy you are mentioning digital marketing. So it is actually a bad quality score. It will give a very bad score to Google. Okay, so your keyword, your ad copy, and your landing page should have the same type of keywords, same category of keywords, and same type of content, so that Google can establish a relevance between these three entities. And quality score is basically a 10-point score. Okay, so if it is 5, that means average. Okay, if it is more than 5 but less than 7 or 8, then it is above average. If it is 10 or 9 or 8, then it is good or excellent. But if it is below 5, then it is below average or bad. Okay, so this is a 10-point score. So 5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, like this. And that thing works like this. So your quality score should be above the average, and your bid strategy should complement your your quality score. Then only you will get a rank in the search engine. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
So today I want to conclude here, but after this class, I will share some of the links. Even I will reshare some of the old links. Just go through it. Now, from the upcoming classes, we will discuss all these questions. Any kind of doubts we can discuss. It will be a doubt clearing classes. So go through all the materials that I have shared earlier. Even today, whatever I will share. And on probably, just hold on, let me check the date. So 31st May, it's on Tuesday. So on 31st May, probably we will have a exam. Okay, so either on 31st May or 29th May. 29th May is Sunday. So either on 29th May or on 31st May, we will have an exam. So before that, I want to clear all your doubts and cover the entire thing, whatever we have discussed in our classes. Okay. So, thank you.